Hi, my name is Doug Schneider-Heinz. I'm going to be your instructor for the summer session of Econ 151, which is macroeconomics versus microeconomics. Um, my contact information is right below my picture here. You can look down there. The best way to contact me during the summer is through email. My email goes directly to my phone, so I'll be able to answer your questions fairly quickly. I usually try to get back within 24 hours, sometimes 48, depending on where I'm at. But most of the time within 24 hours, I'll return a response to you. I also have my cell phone number there, so you can text me if it's an emergency. You need to get a hold of me quickly. You can text or actually call my cell phone. Either way would be fine. I want to talk a little bit about the class, but first of all, let's go to the screen. This is what you're going to see when you first open up the Blackboard shell. Except for this video that I'm making right now will be in this area here, so you'll be able to click on this video and watch it. But I'm going to recommend the first thing that you go to is Open Me First. And that gives you an overview of the semester and what goes on in the semester. First of all, we got the grade points that you can get for each of the assignments. There's 8 quizzes at 40 points each. Those are open book. You can collaborate with your group members. You'll have a group site that you're going to have. You can talk with your group members about the questions. You can email me about questions. It's 320 points that I'd like for every student to get. That's going to help you out in the class. You're going to have 5 discussion posts, which are 20 points each, and they cover different areas throughout the semester. Each chapter is going to be, or each discussion post is going to be about a different chapter, different section of the text that we're in. You have to complete those. There's 3 posts that you have to do. You'll have to get the first post in by Tuesday or Wednesday because we want your post, and then students will have to respond to 2 other posts. So get those posts on early in the week so other students have a chance to post to your post. We're going to have 8 problem sets, 10 points each. Problem sets are going to have some graphing on it. There's some graph paper that is down here on the menu. You can click on the graph paper here, and it's going to open up a piece of graph paper in a Word document. You can do a couple ways to do the graphs. You can either do it on your computer, use the drawing tools to do the graphs on your computer and submit them as documents through Blackboard. Or you can print out the graph paper, do it by hand, scan it in, and then submit it through Blackboard. Either way is fine. Not all the problem sets have graphs, but the ones that have graphs need to be submitted through Blackboard. Then we have the individual web activity. Individual web activity, each one of these has a link down here. Here's the web activity here. The web activity is a paper that I took from the Federal Reserve website. It's an article. I want you to read that article. There's some questions at the end of that article. Let me open this up real quick. Some questions at the end of that article, so read the article. Then I want you to write a paper that answers all these questions in a paragraph form. I also need you to use 2 other resources besides this paper here, so look for a couple other resources dealing with the topics that they're talking about: higher gasoline prices, temporary time to buy a hybrid. So it talks about gas prices, and we know gas prices fluctuate constantly. There, so we can open that group up. It's going to show who's in the group. Those are the people in your group. There's 2 groups currently right now, depending on if there's more students that enroll or not. But you're going to have a lot of tools that you can communicate with. You got a discussion board, you got a blog, you got a file exchange where you can put just about any type of file. You can put PowerPoints, you can put the documents, you can put Excel charts, pictures, anything that you want on that. You can send emails, so you've got a lot of tools that you can work with. But the assignment is actually right here. Go to the group project submission. It talks about the group project, gives you the instructions. There's a paper or a PDF file right here that gives you the procedures for actually doing that project. Actually, the idea is to get together and choose a topic. It usually considers like one of the chapters. If you talk about unemployment or GDP or something like that, pick a project, and each person in your group kind of does a research question and writes a 750-word paper on that project. Before the end of the semester, you'll put those papers together in one paper and submit them to me as one paper for that group. Then the next thing is the exams. There's 2 exams for the semester. The first exam is going to be a proctored exam. That means that you have to go to one of the testing centers to take the exam. I'll send out a list of all the testing centers. Most of them you have to make appointments. The one here on Godfrey campus is a walk-in, but the other campuses is best to make an appointment before you go if you decide to take it at one of the other campuses. And we have testing centers at all the campuses. We have one at Nelson, Tri-County over in Jerseyville, and the Carlinville campus all have places where you can go take the proctored exams. The second test is going to be a take-home test, so you won't have to go to the testing center for that. First one is a proctored, the second one is a take-home. So that's pretty much it for the semester. Like I said, we've only got 12 weeks to do everything. If you go to the home page, you're going to have a calendar. If you scroll down, here's one that you can print out. You can click on that and print out one. I've also got one that's opened up on there. It tells you the due dates of everything. You can also go to the calendar on the menu, and if you click on that, as long as you have the right class chosen here, which would be the summer Econ 150-181, it's going to show you the dates as soon as it loads up here. It's going to show you the dates of when each assignment is due. Here's June here when it loads. Shows you when each assignment is due, and that exam is due by Friday of that week, so you got to make sure that you have that. That's on the 3rd, so I'm actually opening it up on the 25th, so you'll have over a week. The 3rd is actually, the campus is closed, you won't be able to take it on the 3rd, so you only have up till the 2nd to take it. So the exam will be opened up on the 25th, so you can come to the testing centers anytime between the 25th and the 2nd to take those exams. But if you go to the calendar view, it shows when everything is due for the entire semester. Everything else on this menu, there's some text resources. This is for the text website. I've got a bunch of economic links here, and I may refer to those throughout the semester. There's some videos here. There's also a debt clock, which is kind of interesting. It tells how much we're in debt, and you can see it return as our debt builds. Links to the quizzes, exams. The exam study guides are important for the exams. There's 2 exam study guides, one for exam 1 and one for exam 2. Click on those, and it's going to give you a for each question, it gives you the topic for each question. I recommend that when you go for one of the exams, that you write the page numbers down of each one of these ideas here, each one of these statements, and take this study guide with you. You're allowed to take the study guide into the exam plus your textbook. So make sure you're prepared when you go to the exam. The exam is going to be timed. If you're prepared for it, it's not going to be too bad. The first 30 questions on this first one are multiple choice. Then we have a few short answer questions at the end of that. So there will be a multiple types of questions, multiple choice questions and short answer questions. Discussion post. As I said, there's 6 of those. When you go to, or 5 of those for this class, go to those and you just click on the discussion post. You have to post a message, and then then you answer. You post a response to one of your classmates' messages twice. So you post your first message, and then you respond to your classmates' messages. At least two other classmates. Let's see. Web activity. All the links are over here, and we've talked about all these already. There's the graph paper, the problem sets. There's where you get to your groups if you want to go from there. You can also go to any of them from the Open Me First screen. If you're at that screen, you can just go to quizzes from this one here. There are direct links to each one of those. So the quizzes are not timed. The quizzes, you're going to have 3 tries at 3 attempts at each quiz. They will cut off after the due date. but you can work ahead. If you want to work ahead on them, you can work as far ahead as you want, but you have to have each one done by the due date. Again, if you have any questions, here's my contact information here. My phone number, that's my office phone. You can leave a message on my office phone too, and that will come to my cell phone as a excuse me, as a message. This is my cell phone number here, and that's my email address. My email address is probably going to be the best way to get a hold of me during the summer. So if you have any questions, feel free to email. Hopefully you have a good summer, and I'll be talking with you throughout the summer.